When we talk about fasting and time restricted eating, we're not just talking about skipping meals or eating less food. We're talking about a shift in how the body and brain regulate energy, hormones, and performance. Every cell in the body runs on circadian clocks, and the timing of when you eat directly influences fat metabolism, insulin sensitivity, and even how alert or focused you feel. Studies show that restricting eating to a specific window, especially aligned with the daylight cycle, can accelerate fat loss, stabilize blood sugar, and enhance overall health without requiring complicated diets. The real power lies in how fasting affects the brain's chemistry, improving dopamine regulation, boosting focus, and promoting long-term resilience. Today, we're going to break down how fasting and time-restricted eating act as levers you can control to transform your body composition, energy, and health trajectory. Fasting is a powerful biological tool that activates the body's natural repair and fat-burning systems. When we enter a fasted state, insulin levels drop, signaling the body to switch from using glucose to utilizing stored fat as energy. This shift not only accelerates fat loss, but also triggers autophagy, a cellular cleansing process that clears out damaged components and renews cells for healthier functioning. In this state, mitochondria, the energy powerhouses of our cells, also become more efficient, leading to better energy output and endurance. The hormonal environment during fasting promotes the release of growth hormone, which supports fat burning while preserving lean muscle mass. Beyond fat loss, fasting reduces inflammation and oxidative stress, both of which are closely linked to metabolic disorders and aging. This natural metabolic reset makes fasting a cornerstone practice for those looking to enhance both physical and metabolic health. Time-restricted eating is designed to align your eating schedule with the body's circadian rhythm, the internal clock that governs energy, hormones, and sleep. By consuming food within a consistent 8-10-hour window, you synchronize metabolism with natural light-dark cycles, which improves digestion and fat utilization. Eating late into the night disrupts circadian biology, leading to insulin resistance, poor sleep, and impaired fat burning. Restricting meals to daylight hours allows insulin sensitivity to stay high during the day and supports fat breakdown at night. The body's genes associated with repair and detoxification also function more effectively when food intake is limited to specific hours. Studies show that time-restricted eating not only enhances fat loss, but also supports better cardiovascular health, lower blood sugar levels, and reduced risk of chronic diseases. It's not just what you eat, but when you eat that deeply influences your body's ability to burn fat efficiently. Fasting and time-restricted eating shift the balance of key hormones like insulin, ghrelin, and cortisol, which directly influence fat loss and overall health. Lower insulin levels during fasting reduce fat storage and enhance lipolysis, the breakdown of stored fat into usable energy. Ghrelin, often called the hunger hormone, follows a predictable rhythm and adjusts with consistent eating windows, making fasting easier over time. Cortisol, a stress hormone, also naturally peaks in the morning, supporting alertness and energy. When aligned with a fasting schedule, cortisol helps mobilize fat for energy rather than leading to overeating. This hormonal orchestration makes fasting sustainable and biologically effective for fat reduction. By training the body to respond to these hormonal cues, people experience reduced cravings, more stable energy, and enhanced metabolic flexibility. This hormonal balance explains why fasting strategies often work better than conventional calorie restriction for fat loss and long-term health. Fasting not only benefits physical health, but also has profound effects on the brain. In the fasted state, the brain increases production of brain-derived neurotrophic factors, a BDNF, a protein that supports learning, memory, and resilience against stress. Ketones, the alternative fuel produced during fasting, provide the brain with a steady and efficient energy source, improving mental clarity and focus. Dopamine regulation is also enhanced, leading to improved motivation and reward processing. Many people report sharper concentration, increased productivity, and reduced mental fatigue during fasting periods. This mental clarity comes from reduced fluctuations in blood sugar, which typically cause energy crashes. Neuroprotective effects of fasting also lower the risk of age-related cognitive decline and diseases like Alzheimer's. Essentially, fasting primes the brain for better performance while protecting it from long-term degeneration, making it as much a mental practice as it is a physical and metabolic strategy for health. One of the most fascinating aspects of fasting and time-restricted eating is how the timing of meals impacts fat loss more than simply cutting calories. When calories are consumed during a shortened window, aligned with circadian biology, the body processes nutrients more efficiently, leading to greater fat oxidation. For example, eating 2,000 calories in a 10-hour window has a very different effect compared to spreading the same calories across 16 hours. Extended fasting periods allow insulin to remain low for longer, giving the body ample opportunity to break down stored fat. This metabolic flexibility helps the body switch between carbohydrate and fat fuel sources smoothly, avoiding the crashes often seen with traditional dieting. By prioritizing timing over strict calorie counting, fasting supports sustainable fat loss, better appetite control, and long-term adherence, making it an effective and realistic approach to achieving and maintaining health goals. Consistent fasting practices go beyond short-term fat loss and build a foundation for long-term health and resilience. Over weeks and months, the body adapts by improving metabolic flexibility, reducing inflammation, and strengthening cellular repair pathways. Regular fasting supports cardiovascular health by lowering blood pressure and cholesterol while enhancing insulin sensitivity, which lowers the risk of type 2 diabetes. It also improves gut health by giving the digestive system time to rest and repair. The cumulative benefits extend to longevity, as fasting is shown to activate genes associated with anti-aging and disease resistance. Mental resilience also grows with consistent fasting, as dopamine regulation and stress response improve, leading to greater discipline and clarity. Unlike restrictive diets, fasting is a sustainable practice that trains both body and mind to operate more efficiently. The combination of fat loss, disease prevention, and enhanced energy makes it a cornerstone of optimal living.